Numeric data graphs are plotted along a numerical x-axis. The easiest type is a dot plot. An example of exam scores for 20 students is shown in the figure. X-axis is the score. Y-axis is the number of the student having this score. We see which values are occurring more often. A similar idea is used in the stem and leaf chart. The graph is rotated by 90 degrees, so the x-axis is vertical and the y-axis is horizontal. This graph shows 24 numbers from 0 to 60, so we have one row for numbers from 0 to 10, one row for numbers from 10 to 20, and so on, altogether, 6 rows. Each number is presented as two rectangles. The black rectangle shows the number of tens. It is called stem. The green rectangle shows the number of units. It is called leaf. For example, 28 is 2 and 8. The next type of numeric data is a data series. Usually, it is the sequence of all values in one column of a table, drawn as a graph, where x is the current row and y is the value in this row. To draw a data series, we do the same action as we did for a categorical graphs. Select a column. Click button, Insert. Click button, Recommended Chart, and click OK. However, the result will be very different, because Excel understands that now it deals with the numeric data. This type of graphs is useful when X is time, for example, if the data column is daily prices of a stock. All other types of graphs fall in one of two groups, distributions or relationships. To understand what is a distribution, consider the following problem. Distribute 30 given numbers into 6 bins. The first bin is for numbers from 16 to under 23, the second bin, for numbers from 23 to under 30, and so on. We can do it manually, considering one number at a time. Number 57 goes into the class 51, under 58. Number 23 goes into the class 23, under 30, and so on. After all the numbers are distributed, we count the number of numbers in each class and have the answer. There are 5 numbers in the first class, 9 numbers in the second class, 5 in the third, 5 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and 2 in the sixth class. This is called the distribution. To draw the distribution in Excel, select the column of the numbers to distribute, click Insert, click Recommended Charts, switch to All Charts, select Histogram, and click OK. As a result, you see the working graph of the distribution. As a rule, you will want to edit this graph. For example, as follows. Right-click the x-axis, select Format x-axis, and set the boundary width to an integer number, for example, 7. Try other editing tools. Click big sign plus in the right top corner of the graph. Select the box, Data Labels. You will see the number of numbers in each class. 10 salesperson made from 21 to 28 sales this week, 5 persons, from 28 to 35, 33, from 35 to 42, and so on. Another type of useful information is the relationship between variables. For example, is it true that the more calls an employee makes, the more sales he has? To draw the corresponding graph, we need to select 2 columns. The column to the left serves as an x-axis and the column to the right as a y-axis. We need to know how sales depend on calls. So, we copy sales from column A to column H and select columns B, calls, and column H, sales, simultaneously. Then we go by the known road. Click Insert. Click Recommended Charts. Select the type of the chart, in this case, a scatter plot, and click OK. The result supports our guess that there is a positive relationship between the calls and sales. What if one of the variables is categorical? For example, do employees with online training make more sales than employees with group training? To see this relationship in Excel, select column Sales and type, click Insert, and repeat the same action as for the columns Calls and Sales. The only difference is that instead of scatter plot you choose the clustered column type. The resulting graph shows that salespersons with online training made almost 2 times as many sales as salespersons with group training. But is it because they are working better or because we have more persons with online training than people with group training? Currently, we cannot answer this question, because we know only the sums of sales, about 1,000 and 2,000 sales. We need to know the number of sales per a person. Gray out the numbers in the small table at the top left corner of the graph. Right-click this grayed out area and select Value Field Settings. In the pop-up dialog, select Average instead of Sum and click OK. Now the resulting chart shows the number of sales per person, 43 for persons with online training and 41 for persons with group